Yes, people. Hope you maintaining positivity. Thank you for watching this clip. This is probably a premature video in a sense that probably should be done more towards the end of the year, as this is really going to be talking for a few minutes on reflection. I think to myself, everything I've done this year with the YouTube, as well as analysing the things that I've not done, there's a lot happened this year. What does it mean to me as an individual? Have I utilised that knowledge and made myself a better person, a more rational, well-balanced, well-rounded and knowledgeable person because of it? In some cases, yeah, I'd like to think so. In some cases, no. Because in a lot of cases, because of the topic matter, which none of us ever foreseen us probably being involved or having an opinion or caring to a degree, because essentially we wasn't put here to be put in this situation where all of a sudden we're fighting for freedoms, we're fighting for rights, we're fighting for the lack of curtailment, we're fighting for the end of polarisation and identity politics and political correctness, which is ruining people's lives all over the place. So none of us expected that. You're just living your life, you wake up, you start to see certain things, and then you start to see the pattern, and the pattern's disturbing to the point where it makes you some form of an activist in one way or the other. So that's a natural thing, a natural progression for us, although it's not nice that we're put in that situation. Now, having had in this movement, there's very little good stories. Not to say that that's why you come in. You don't come into this or get involved or trying to help for the sake of giving good stories, because the very reason why you're there is because of how bad things are, maybe as a community or in the country. So when you're analysing and you're soaking in all that information, all that low energy information, whether it be through news, radio, normal media, or just what you're kind of disseminating through chats and whatnot, all very low vibration. If you was to look at it another way, if all them stories was the food and the diet that you have on a daily basis, you'd probably be dead now because of the lack of nutrition and how destructive it is to your body and your mind. So if anything I've learned from all this year, going into 2020, that lack of nutrition in the news is going to keep going. What me personally, I have to do, I have to learn to look after me, my health and my well-being. So with that said, looking at the analogy of if this was food, I have to start thinking about eating better food. I have to start thinking about getting better rest. Literally within this movement, that's what I feel I've learned. It's how I deal with the low-grade dissemination of news. It's enough to break people's souls. When people comment on my videos, I can feel the despair within the comment sections. And in some ways, that's very much valid. And in some ways, it can be some form of an overreaction. But at the same time, because of the failings that are overtly in our face, because of political correctness is overtly in our face, you somehow can't help yourself but go there in the mindset. I've done it myself on countless times. When I first started this YouTube, what was I doing? I was reacting every 2 minutes, and I still do it because I am a human being. I can't help but react to low frequency that's right in your face. But then I think, well, that is the manipulation. That is exactly what they want us to do. They want to throw as much low energy, low frequency, low grade information, wrap it around you, knowing that you're a caring individual, a patriot that cares about the country. So all this news is going to get you down, 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 till the only thing that you can see is a civil war, is a form of violence, is portraying hatred on online forums. Exacerbation. So for me, if I've learned anything, it's learn how to deal with the low-grade information that's perpetually thrown at me, even with what I do. There's many people around me who are YouTubers, Billy who's got his organisation, and many other people around the country that have to deal with the low-grade information on a day-to-day, an hourly basis, a minute basis. They have to take that home within their mindset and still find the gusto to be able to perform as a family member whilst partitioning all the dark stuff that they've had to work with. So you're not alone. You watching these videos, imagine how YouTubers feel, imagine how people who are running organisations working with this on a ground level every day. So what I'm trying to say is that if you can be nutritious, look after your well-being, you have a much better chance of reacting in a way that's more likely to get an outcome, or at least show the people that are doing this to us that you're intelligent, you're not going to fall for the psychological trick, which will put them on the back foot, which will then, because there's no aggression, it's just conscious knowledge that is pushing forward within the movement, or at least within individuals within it. That'll scare the shit out of them, because that is what they can't stop, and it will become attractive to a more wider base, no matter what your paradigm. I reflect, or I literally look at myself as a paradigmless person. I'm a real human being on this planet. I'm not going to be pigeonholed by anyone, whether they're white, whether they're black. I will make my own mind up on who I am and what I represent. The moment I pigeonhole myself is the moment that I enter myself within this game. And then the dissemination of all that low-grade information that is on my side of the team in order to get me to want to fight that side of the team. It's a silly little chess game that I've kind of sussed out that that's how it's played. And I'm not going to be a player within that. I'm still going to try and pump out positivity and try and work with people that are trying to help communities, try and spread the word and give information. But I can only do that if I am on my game myself. If I'm all over the place because I'm feeling like you, then I ain't going to be much good to help anyone if I am helping anyone. Health and well-being. That's my New Year's resolution. Realising that you become a pincushion doing this, having to deal with that, and having the eloquence when you come face to face with people like that against you. That is what I've got to learn. Make me a more rounded, balanced, hopefully knowledgeable individual at the end of it. Red Pill Phil, chatting shit, just thinking about things, reflecting and hoping that this video will be paramount to my way of thinking in 2020. I love you all, even the pissing haters.